So many questions we have received about the same problem of life. I will summarize the question into one. What is the cause of my suffering in life? Why I have such sorrow or pain in my life? How can I find out if this is the result of my this life karma, this life actions, or past life actions? And the last important part of the question is that how can I cure this suffering? How can I remove the suffering and pain from my life? Today, from the Vedic point of view, from the Vedic teachings, I will share a very special this information with you. By processing this information, this knowledge, this divine knowledge, you will be able to understand and categorize the suffering in your life, find out whether they are the result of your past life action or this life action, and you will be able to cure those problems in your life. Yes, that is possible. Many people say that we can't live a life free from sorrow, but trust me, we can. If we know this divine science, which is coming directly from Vedas, from the mouth of God Himself. So, first of all, we have to understand that there are two types of karma we do. The one is past life karma, the one is this life karma. Okay, so the karma which you have done in previous lives, they are called the past life karma. And the karma you are doing or the karma happening with you in this life, they are current life karma. Okay, now I will try to, for the comfort of English viewers, I would like to keep it more simplified. Okay, so all of you can very easily understand it. See, whatever you have done in your previous life, based on that, you get whatever you get at the time of your birth. Okay, so whatever you get at the time of your birth, what you have a body, you have your parents, you have your blood relations, you have your own body organs, you have the blood. Okay, so many people, they have, for example, they are born handicapped. Some people, they are born with mental issues. Some people, they are born with blood issues or some genetic disease. Some people, they have good parents. Some people, they have bad parents. Some people, they do not have parents at all. What is deciding this factor? How it is decided that whether you will have your parents or not, or what will you have, what kind of relation will you have? Okay, so what kind of psychology will be there of your parents? Okay, how many like uncles and aunts you will have? Who is deciding that? In which country you will born, in which city you will born, and in the city also, in which area you will born? Okay, some people, they are born in rich families, some children are born in poor families, some children, they are born in the house of gangsters, some people are born in the house of saints, sages. Who is deciding that? What is the deciding factor? Your past life karma. Whatever past life karma your soul has done in previous life, those karma are deciding this information of your life. Okay, so now you know that how many things in your life can be decided by past life. Okay, now let's go ahead. Your this life karma. So what karma is, what is happening with you in this life which is giving you sorrow? And again, I will also tell you at the last that how you can cure your past life karma. Okay, so do not worry about that. For now, we are just doing the identification process. Okay, so we know that whatever a child gets at the time of birth, that all is decided by past life karma. Now again, you have to understand that by past life karma, whatever environment you have lived, whatever experiences you have had in previous life, they also affect your psychology. So, many times we see that a child has a specific psychology, they have a specific way of thinking or saying or doing things that can be affected by the past life. And trust me, many times I have seen that 70% of your personality is affected by past life itself. Only 30% is affected by your this life experiences. Okay? Now, past life karma we understand. Now, this life. Your this life karma we can divide again into three categories. Okay, the one which is the we say the call of God. Okay, the or the action of God. Okay, what is that? There is a tsunami. There is a flood. Are you doing the flood? Are you creating it? Is someone else creating it? No, it is the nature itself. There is some earthquake. Who is creating that? That is we call adhidyavik, means godly. Okay, it is the godly power, it is the nature, it is God's action. Okay, so it is all the universe is connected and bind by this universal, the cosmic law. The plates beneath the earth, they are moving, okay, continuously, and the moment of earth is also affecting that, and that moment of those plates, it creates earthquakes. So who is responsible for that? Not you. That is just you say the condition, what we call the collateral damage, we can say that is a mechanism how a planet has to work, behave. And because of that earthquake, some people are losing their house or their loved ones or their car or their wealth. Now, God does pay for that. Okay, He manages that to you. He never do injustice. Just remember one point about His system. He never do injustice with anyone. So God always pay you for all your losses, whatever you have had because of the godly actions. Okay, so that is the one issue, one cause of sorrow you have in this life. Now the second one, because of the injustice of someone else. Someone did injustice to you. You were not responsible for that. For example, in India, we have this situation that mostly the family, the parents, they choose a bride or a groom for you. Okay, boy or girl, your husband or wife will be chosen by your parents. Now, your parents see a family, oh, they are so good. Their girl must be good, their boy must be good. Now they force you to marry, or they convince you, they brainwash you, they manipulate you to marry that person. Now finally, you end up living a hell in the house. Your spouse, your husband or wife were so evil, they turn your life into hell, a real hell. Now you start cursing God. You start cursing your destiny, your fate, your horoscope, your astrology birth chart. But who is actually responsible? Your parents are responsible for that. Why? Because they did injustice to you. They forced you to marry someone they were not sure if the person is good or bad. Also, now I will come to it. You are also responsible for that. I will just come to it, okay? For now, just understand the injustice. Your parents did injustice to you. The another thing you see, someone force you and take your land or your money or something. Someone beat you to rob you. They want your money, so they beat you. They break your leg. They kill you or do something else. Now what is that? Is that a karma? No, that is not a karma you have done. You have nothing to do with it. You are a good person, a loving person, a kind and generous person. You were walking on the street and some evil man, he just jumped there and stole that money from you. And when you denied to give that money, they hurt you. So who is responsible for that? Not you. The other person is responsible for that only. So that is also the injustice. We call it adhi bhautik karma. Okay, that is the injustice. So simply, the first was the godly action, second is injustice done to you. For example, another example I will give you for that. A child is hungry, a small child, okay, infant. The child is hungry, the child is crying, the mother is busy talking over phone, or maybe doing her Facebook, or maybe doing some food selfie or something, or maybe she is busy watching TV, or maybe gossiping with the neighbor. The child is crying, and the mother is okay, I will give you food, just relax, let me do my work, I am busy with something. The child is crying, continuously crying. Now, is it a fault of the child? No, 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 it is not the fault of the child. Just remember, till the age of 18. Now, I'm not talking about the modern justice system, I'm talking about the Vedic justice system. As per the Vedic justice system, at the age of 16, your Jupiter, you start getting wisdom, you start getting mature. Until 18, you are almost mature, you are okay. You can take some decisions of your life, not all, okay? Till the age of 18, whatever bad action the child is taking, parents are responsible for that only. If the teenager goes and kills someone, who is responsible for that? The parents are responsible for that. They were responsible for the child. They were responsible to raise the child with a good psychology, with good ethics, with good values. What they did? They didn't do their duty. So, in God's justice system, court can say that okay, send the child there or there, parents will be free roaming on the street. No, God's system doesn't work that way. All those bad actions will be added into the account of parents, and they will be held responsible for that because they failed to do their duty. That is injustice. They did injustice with the child. See, there are many situations we see. Specifically, I would like to talk about this children issue in our society, in the modern society. You see, many times people want to be parents. They just want to become a mother and father. But they stop thinking about the important questions. What are the questions? The questions are, do you have enough money to raise a child? You need to get food to a child. You need to give them good education. You need to give them good food, good clothes, a house, or a good healthy environment. Are you capable to do that? If not, trust me, you must not conceive a child. Why? Because you will be doing injustice with that soul and you will be held responsible for that. It will be added to your own account. Another thing, are you psychologically healthy? Are you psychologically healthy? This is very, very important because the psychology of the parents affects the child very much. That will be added as a bad karma of the parents. For example, you get pregnant. After 1 or 2 years, you decide to go separate. Okay, we don't want to be together. The decision you took for yourself. But how that decision is affecting the child? Have you thought about that? You are destroying the psychology of the child completely, forever, for their whole life. And whatever bad actions they take in future, all those actions will be the result of the action you have done, the karma you have done with them. So, creating a child is a big responsibility. Try to understand that. In God's system, many times we say that why I am facing so much trouble in my life. And trust me, nothing comes out of the blues. God always gives us what we have done. So this is all our good and bad karmas. But don't worry, there is a way to cure all of that. Just we need to learn about the last karma, and that is the cure also. The actions we do ourselves. The actions we do. That is our mistakes. which are creating sorrow for us in our life. For example, parents came to you with a proposal. See, this is the girl or this is the boy. Do you want to marry them? You are in the social pressure and you say, okay, for the happiness of my parents, I will get married. You know you won't be happy in that marriage, but still, you go for it. Now, that is the injustice you are doing to yourself. Also, it is a mistake, a wrong action you are taking. So, that is your own mistake. You can't blame someone else for that. Yes, parents are responsible. They forced you or maybe manipulated you, but it was your call. You could have run from house. You could have just go to police and asked that I don't want to marry. You could have stand up against your parents and said I don't want to marry the person. But did you do that? You didn't. That was your own action. See, if I just take the knife and cut my throat, who will be responsible for that? Will I say that it was written in my horoscope and someone did that to me? No. My past life karmas are written in the birth chart, in the astrology chart. How will be my psychology because of the past life karmas? That is written in the horoscope. But what decision I take today in this life, that is my free will God has given me. Whenever people come to me for astrology consultation, I always tell them this clearly. Based on your past life karma, how is your psychology today? I can give you the probability, which is 100% accurate always, that how you will take the next step in life. But I'm telling you here, you have a choice if you want to make the change. But are we willing to make the change or not? Now let's come to the solution part. See, there are so many problems in our life. First of all, I want to tell all of you, this is a good news I want to give all of you. For injustice or for godly actions, God always, for Adhi Devik and Adhi Bhautik pains, sorrows in our life, God always balance it for us. He always manages it for us. Okay, so you will get some compensation for that. Always He will give you compensation. But for the bad actions you have taken yourself, there is no compensation for that. Just remember this. There is no compensation for that. Okay, in Sankhya Darshan, Rishi says, Trivid Dukha Atyanta Nivritti Atyanta Purushartha. Means there are three kind of sorrows in life. In this life, see, based on past life, there is one sorrow. Then there are three sorrow. One is the adhyatmic pain, means the spiritual pain, the self-generated pain. Second is injustice, the adhibhautik. And the third is adhidevik, the godly actions. These three pains, the three sorrows in life, there are three sorrows which are really painful. But if you want to clear them out, if you want to cleanse them, you need to take good actions. You need to take the wise actions, the right actions. There is one specific practice which is taught in the tradition from generation to generation. Patience and a vision of future. You have to develop a far sight. You have to develop a sight so you can see the bigger picture behind everything. You have to start seeing the pros and cons of everything. That is how you take the action in life. Okay, today, if I do this, how much benefit it will give me and how much pain it will give me. Think about that. Just think. Today, if I take breakfast, it will give me this much benefit and it will give me this much pain. Now, should I have it? Anything you are doing in your life, from morning to night, I do meditation each day, and this is the meditation, this is the Vedic meditation. This is the meditation which can actually take you to connect with the Supreme. with the divine. What you have to think from morning, the moment you get up, to the moment you sleep, each moment, what you have to think before taking any action, before doing any karma, before drinking tea, before going to meet someone, before accepting someone's proposal, before reading a book, before eating a food, before doing anything. You have to, even before breathing, you have to think. If I take air in, I will live. If I stop, if I don't take it, I will die. Now, do you want to live or die? You have to choose. With every breath, you are thinking, you are making a conscious choice. And that is the way to get rid of this most prominent and most complicated and most painful sorrow of our life, this most painful karma of our life, the adhyatmic pain, the spiritual, the self generated pain. You can reduce it to 0%. You can have a healthy life free from pain. You just have to get a logical approach in our life. Now, see, if you do something just because the society is doing that, if you take drugs just because the society is doing, if you drink alcohol because society is doing, if you kill an animal just to feed your stomach because society is doing so, you will hurt yourself, you will add bad karma into your own account. And trust me, society will never say that, okay, you give me your sorrow and take my happiness. No one will do that for you. You have to be conscious of each step in your life. You have to develop that sense of understanding in your life. And when you start doing that, you become a rishi, free from pain, free from suffering, and completely fulfilled with the happiness and the divine bliss in your life.